We are 5 Live. I am Bobby T, and I am itching to talk about stuff.
I was about to say, you
Damn
might
right.
get that checked out if you're itching. Yeah.
I'm Martin, and I'm also itching. It's been rough.
Yours really is a rash.
Yeah, no, but that is 100%.
I'm Crza, and not so itchy on the. I mean,
Not
I
even
wanna
under
talk,
the yokai
no,
watch?
but no.
Not even
no.
underneath that?
No,
Dude, I almost bought the white one.
It's.
I'm really like... One day I'm just going to show up with it and just throw it on the
We're
table.
going to have to, like, yokai watch battle. And
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
So, I did want to start off by mentioning that we did reach over 100 viewers. 100 subs. We're at 109 right now. It is
that
awesome.
person still is that person still trolling us
Just
or going
troll
back and
jump.
forth?
Not yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
yeah.
We did have one person who just like kept jumping.
He wasn't.
So
I think he watched a lot of Martin videos. He was like, nah.
Nah,
and then,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then he watched some of our videos. He's like, yeah.
And then he saw another
then,
Martin one. He's like, oh, I'm getting rid of it.
Exactly.
So no, we did reach over the 100 mark. We are doing our giveaway.
Good to know you got those.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a bunch of. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saving up, write them down in my dream,
Well,
like a
we
dream
also
journal.
hang
Every time. Yeah, it's true.
We hang out without Martin all
Yeah.
the time, so we kind of have to.
Yeah.
But at least for sanity's sake.
Exactly. I've got a little joke journal. You know, every time,
slam
yeah,
list.
exactly. Every time a joke about Martin comes up, I write it down and commit it
So,
to memory.
We're doing a giveaway Saturday night. This coming Saturday, October
21st.
First.
No, October. Yeah, 21st.
21st of 2017, whatever that Saturday is. We are doing
Look it
our
up in
giveaway
your fucking
finally.
calendars yourself.
Yeah, for real,
God damn
dude.
it.
Come on.
You got a computer. It's right there.
We are giving away a crazy amount of toys. We have stuff.
So many toys.
Loot crates, blind bags, little full action figures. We have a little bit of everything in this.
This Braun Strowman.
This
No.
Braun Strowman. This
Strowman.
This spinner.
This Chewbacca koozie.
Yeah, sure. Why not? You think I'm attached to that crap?
So, there may be a
$2.
koozie in there.
Yo, there will definitely be a koozie in there.
So we also are doing for 5
I
Live
hate
toy
this
picks.
thing.
I kind of do too. I tried it. I don't really
I don't like
like
it at all.
No, I got enough hair going on here. So using the hashtag 5 Live Toy Picks, if you guys go on and use that, we're giving a first, second, and third place prize for the toys that you love.
I think we're giving like first place through like 10th place prizes with the amount of toys we
Oh
have.
God, it's ridiculous.
And also,
the wrestling figs are open,
yes.
guys. We want to see wrestling.
We want to see
figures.
your Braun Strowmans.
We absolutely love wrestling. That we have the Hasbro stuff back here. Over there is just a ridiculous amount of stuff. Chris is looking at it. He's ready for wrestling stuff. So speaking of wrestling stuff, let's talk wrestling.
Yes.
All right. So Monday Night Raw, man.
Yeah, Raw opened with Kurt, which he opens it up. He starts talking about
Kurt.
the Shield. Yes, he's being very assertive and I'm the general manager, and then the Shield comes out. And oh my God, they're wearing their old outfits. They got them out of storage.
Yeah,
and
well
the
now
crowd
hold on.
insane.
There's something very unique actually happened here, and you have to kind of look for it, and you see it. So they jump over the banister, and Roman Reigns jumps over last, and his dog tags that the dog tags are all wearing kind of like went over his shoulder. And he pulls it back, and he goes to the camera like, "Yeah, check that out."
Yeah, I know.
And it was like,
I wanted
son
to
of a
murder
bit like
everyone.
that is.
Wanted to murder everyone.
That is just straight
Why
up.
are you wearing dog tags? Are you a 4-year-old or a veteran? Because that's the only way you get away with it.
Or did you buy one of those terrible Stan Lee boxes that has nothing but freaking dog tags in it?
My son wears those dog tags to school. Coolest kid in the school. Anyways. So yeah, they keep talking about, oh, the Shield is back. Oh, it's been 3.5 years. 3.5 years is not a long time. It's not a long time. It's just not.
It really hasn't.
Yeah, but in wrestling world,
That is kind of like an attorney. It's like
not.
dog years.
No, it's not. Don't allow them to have this. I'm holding. So annoyed by this.
Martin just went. Goo.
I'm just saying, in terms of storyline and arcs and how things change like that constantly, 3.5 years.
It's 3.5 years is a long time.
In terms of storyline, Roman Reigns almost killed a man 2 months ago, and now he's
but
back with his
it might
best
as well
friend.
have been 10 years ago. So what the hell's the difference?
See,
like,
I mean, nobody really seems to have one way or the other reacted to it. So
Yeah,
you
it
move
just
on to the
move
next
on.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
Next.
That's it.
So
I'm not moving on.
So yeah, so
Clearly.
Shield and Kurt are having their little face off.
And then of course the crowd's like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
Here's another contest. When Martin moves on from something, when Martin lets go of something,
So
someone
never.
else will win a toy.
So
That's
never.
what it is. Yeah. Dude.
Okay, so that toy is apparently encrusted in diamonds and made out of pure platinum.
Because it's never
Because that's
happening.
fucking never happening. It actually comes with a free Ferrari. And get the fuck out of here. That is not a real deal. In the case that he actually does get over something one day, you're not getting a Ferrari.
There's got to be a hashtag in there where people can share their stories of something they've never let go of.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Hashtag 5 Alive.
Never let go.
Never let go. No. Hashtag even better. Hashtag 5 Alive.
Spit all over the table.
Never gonna give you up.
There you
So
go.
we're Rick rolling our hashtags.
So, and they do all their own things. Seth starts talking. Dean starts talking. Roman's still terrible on the mic. Like, Seth you could tell it's Seth. He's talking. He's saying the stuff. It wasn't scripted. Dean wasn't scripted. Roman sounded scripted.
Yeah,
he always sounds scripted, and it's...
The problem for me is that since I've been back, since I've been on the show and I've been kind of paying attention to wrestling again, I've never really seen what's his name, Seth Rollins wrestle. I've seen
Same thing here.
Yeah, I've seen Dean Ambrose do a couple matches. I've seen Roman Reigns, but because Seth had been injured for
when you came in, he was injured.
Yeah, so I don't really have too much to go by in terms of judgment
He's amazing.
for him.
Just know that.
Martin says so.
Yeah,
then,
so I came back into it last, what was it, Martin? July?
July, yeah.
It was, July of 2016. So Rollins was either just coming back from an injury or just going into an injury.
Yeah.
He was in, like, this weird flux, but I went back and watched a few events and kind of realized, like, wait, this is the dude.
So,
like,
here's the thing about Seth
oh,
Rollins.
he's metal as shit, too.
He's metal as shit, and he does moves that they do on 205 Live. And then they're like, oh my god, 205 Live, rah! And
like,
that Rollins is doing it, and he's at least 50 pounds heavier.
Yeah,
so,
he's a relatively big dude. He's good. Yeah. And again, metal as shit.
Yeah.
So I watched the Hulu version, so I might have gotten... I definitely missed out on some stuff. And if that happened, I apologize. Next, they showed an Asuka promo, and they were really building up my hopes. I'm ready to have them dashed expertly.
It all depends on what the monkeys throw with the darts.
That is true, because it has the monkey's dartboard.
That's my theory.
I have a feeling the women's monkey dartboard is just Alexa Bliss wins, and then a tiny dot that says Nia Jax.
Sasha Banks. No, it says Sasha Banks on Raw.
Exactly.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
Hey man, they have that chance to put together the great American novel.
Yeah.
So you get enough of it. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
So this will actually tie into some bigger talk, some bigger wrestling world talk, and kind of what this has done to the women's division and Nia Jax specifically.
Yes. So it was released. I think it was released online. WWE has still not commented other than to say that Nia Jax is on leave for personal reasons. No one knows what the personal reasons is, but this tied in with the firing of Jimmy Jacobs and the leaving of Neville.
Neville walking out.
Neville walking out makes everyone question what exactly is happening. I think it ties into it much deeper, but we'll totally get into that a bit later.
So Nia Jax is not part of the... I wanted to bring this up because she's not part of any of this.
No.
And it makes no sense. And
that's why we were getting Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James at TLC. Anyways, so next Emma has a promo, and her character isn't good. Emma's great in the ring. I love her in the ring. But her character it's not there.
She needs to take the Chris Benoit route, the silent but violent route.
Yeah,
like
she
that,
doesn't.
Just and then rah.
Like she doesn't convince me at all.
No.
It's. And then Alexa shows up and she's wearing a Warrior shirt, which I think everyone knows.
Well, that's the whole thing for this month. It's like the Warrior United or something.
Yeah.
United
She's a
Warriors
villain.
or something. Yeah, Martin has the big problem with villains supporting charities. So
how dare they? What if it's an evil charity?
And then
what if it's to murder, not spay and neuter animals, but actually it pays for the euthanization of animals.
I have no problem with it. That would be great.
But healthy animals.
Yeah. Again, that I would get why would Kane be wearing that shirt? I get that. So
puppy killers.
Exactly.
Puppykillers.org.
Yeah. So that promo.
Hashtag 5AlivePuppyKillers.org.
So the Emma's talking, and then Alexa shows up, and she's like, "We can be friends, and we should team up." And it was and I think everyone knows how my feelings towards Alexa. This promo was bad even for her. It was just not good at all.
Just garbage.
Then we come back to Miz TV.
That was a good segment.
Yes,
I did catch that.
Miz comes out. He's got Curtis with him, and he's got Cesaro and Sheamus.
So I had mentioned I called Martin about this. While I love Cesaro, and he we mentioned this to Ron Simmons, and he even agreed. Like, that dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. We met Ron Simmons.
It was awesome. So anyway,
Bobby T cried a little bit.
He did.
A little bit. Lily got the spaghetti legs. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not cool. Not even a little bit. So I think what was funny here is Cesaro has the mouthpiece.
Yeah, he's got the mouthpiece.
Yes.
Now I wonder if he has to use some kind of polydent ahead of time so that it can solidify before his matches or whatever. Because during his promo he did not take. He didn't
take the bit out. I think it's a dental thing. I agree with you. I think it's a dental thing. I think he has to. He
might have to wear it, but whatever it is, he does this promo where it's like effective promo. If you didn't sound like you were going, suffering succotash, we are the bar.
No, it was
still. I mean, the fact that he's out there.
By no means am I taking away from Cesaro for a moment. That is my favorite wrestler of all time now.
I actually
Moving past Macho Man and Booker T. Like, this dude's just awesome.
I actually have it written in here. Cesaro's almost inexplicable with the mouthpiece.
Nice.
Like, you just can't understand him.
Nope.
And it's not, like, Shinsuke wears a mouthpiece, and you notice he doesn't cut promos before matches. Akira Tozawa does the same thing. So does Neville. So
I wonder if it's polydent.
You gotta
solidify it.
I did like the Fear the Hawk line from Sheamus and Respect the Hawk.
Yep, exactly.
Respect the Hawk. Yeah, really love that.
Because they went back because the Portland crowd fell back on you look stupid.
Yeah.
So did you see him in his other form where Sheamus had the beard but it was braided?
Yes.
And he did look like a real fucking
dum-dum.
To steal a line from OSW Review, he looked like a freshly slapped ass.
Yes, he did.
It was just
arse.
And that was actually, speaking of, it was the SummerSlam 91 or 92, the one that was in Wembley.
92.
92, I think it was, where afterwards Davey Boy Smith has the IC title and he's walking out, and he had the braids, but then like he has the curly hair that like puffs out in a fro, and V1 goes, it looks like a slapped ass.
Alright, so anyways, so Kurt comes out and Miz just shuts him down, and Miz is the best.
Miz is too good right now.
Strowman comes out for this this segment, and like we were discussing earlier, his moves looked like they were about to bust out of his tank top.
It's the tank top. It's the tank top he's wearing, and it's the tank top he's been wearing since he debuted. And when he first debuted, everyone's just like, the size of that man. I'm like, what the hell tank top is that dude wearing? Like, can he just not get
maybe it's
like a regular tank top?
Maybe it's like form fitted. They like specifically took his measurements.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
So back in the day, when Cowboys, when they were out there on the trail, they didn't have underwear. They had really long ass shirts.
Yeah.
The bottom of a shirt's pretty fucking rad at this point. You gotta imagine. I think Braun Strowman's got a singlet that he keeps. He just keeps pushing, like he pulls it down, and he's like, "Uh-oh, that's getting stained up. Got to push that down a little further." But as it goes down further, like the V just keeps going.
But that's the thing. It's not even a V. It's like a deep U. It's like he has
seriously, like
it's accusatory. It's a U.
It's like he has the Ultraman logo on his chest.
Shit!
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's rad, dude.
I just don't get it.
Kurt,
I mean, dude, he could put somebody's eye out with those things like a lesser man.
Yeah, no, it's he's still awesome. I love him.
Oh, he's still the shit, dude.
And that's the thing. That's the other thing about this whole Shield versus uneven odds thing is I prefer the other team. Like, and I get it. I'm a mark. But they're a better team.
I like the other guys. Braun Strowman's awesome. Well, this is perfect.
Kurt Angle came out again to assert his authority.
And I do like the fact that Kurt is the one GM who's watched wrestling before, because Miz tries to do every bad move in the book, and Kurt's like, no.
I'll shut you down.
And that was great. I thought it was a perfect line because he comes out and he says, "You don't make the matches, I make the matches." So, excuse me, that was really cool. Yeah, I thought that was a great.
So let's go to real quick, producer Beavis. How we sounding? Do we have audio? Or is everything good? Are people making comments derogatorily about Martin?
No, not yet.
Well, okay. Make some
bad comments about Martin.
Say people, you're not referring to me.
Beavis is just like repeatedly typing, "Martin sucks." Look at his stupid face.
So you can tell he's shaved, so we wouldn't make fun of him as much.
Still gonna make fun.
I don't know. Yeah, he's got that Wookiee vagina going on.
No. That's down here.
Okay.
That shaved asshole. This is fresh. This is freshly waxed Bacapus. So next match was Sasha versus Alicia Fox, and a small piece of me dies whenever Cole says boss time.
Yeah, no, it's garbage. It kills me.
And they push it, and Vince is in his ear saying, "You gotta say boss time. I'll put you in a Punjabi prison unless you say boss time."
There's like a clause in Michael Cole's contract that if he doesn't say it's boss time enough during Sasha Banks' matches, that he's like docked pay and he gets
tossed in Vince McMahon's personal Punjabi prison.
Exactly.
Sounds awful.
Sounds awesome, and I need to see this.
So,
Poor Michael Cole, man. Yeah. Michael Cole, if you're watching, say it's boss time as much as you possibly can.
Well, no, you go into the Punjabi prison versus the Brooklyn Brawler. He's gonna job to you, so you're gonna win.
Yeah, but
you just gotta climb 2 stupid dumbass cages
that no one can see anything through.
I just imagine,
except for a masturbating Vince McMahon.
just spitting at you every time he says Punjabi prison. Just Punjabi prison. It's like spittle coming in.
Smoking a single cigarette.
Right, guys,
you only see the ember.
This is a perfect example of we haven't done this in a week. So I'm sorry to everyone watching this right now. We are just like enjoying this.
I just feel bad for Michael Cole.
I feel bad for the Brooklyn Brawler now.
Yeah, what's worse, having a job for Michael Cole or Michael Cole, having to deal with
boss time all the time? Do you think he's aware of how awful he sounds? He has to be, right?
No.
He's a self-aware person.
Yeah, maybe.
You'd think. I don't know.
Anyways, this is actually a nice little match. I really, really enjoyed it. I was impressed by Foxy. She pulled out a lot of good moves.
Yeah,
it was quick. Sasha won, which is to be expected.
The thing I didn't like about the match is Alicia Fox's character, just that whiny
she's
just screeches.
Those are so annoying.
She called for a rematch like immediately, and
the screechy voice is what kills it for me.
Well,
man.
and we've already talked about this before.
Certainly kills my boner.
Really? That's the opposite effect for me. I like it when they kind of struggle and
that's just weird. And you just discovered something about Chris's dating life. Hit the old dusty train.
Hey man, you're the one that makes the chloroform for me.
I thought it was for animals.
When he starts talking about Bill Cosby, that's when we're gonna get
as a role model.
We've already covered this in previous episodes, where it's just a lack of diversity among the characters for the wrestlers, for female wrestlers, is a real problem. It's either they're that whiny, I want a rematch, I'm the best, me type thing. Or I'm the boss, I run everything, and that kind of deal. It's really
that's why I love Bayley. because Bayley is a completely original.
Alicia Fox is just the crazy person.
Yeah. And that was her thing for a while, which is great, except for when the crazy person is Screechy.
That's. I mean, if it was crazy, I'd be all about that.
So then she beats up Sasha Banks and throws her into a closet.
Yes.
I'm sorry, getting my thing mixed up. So anyways, Enzo. Next
Did Martin just make a Future Diaries reference? That was interesting.
So then we had an Enzo.
It killed him a little bit inside.
But like our hearts got a little bigger.
Yeah.
Like Grinch's.
My boner got a little bigger, but I don't know about my heart.
Enzo comes out. He pulls a promo.
I love this.
I like the promo, but he has to stop saying Fugazi.
Yeah.
He said it like four damned times.
It's a Jersey. It's a Jersey, New York thing, man. It's just what it is.
Nuke that awful piece of crap off the...
Can't Ian McKay just sue him for trademark infringement? That's
really
should. He should do something like that.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, but I don't get it. Is he like running a heel faction now?
I think so. Look, I like this, and we talked about this a little bit earlier before the show. A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if Enzo was, he kind of sucks in the ring, but he's a good mouth. It'd be great if he was a Jimmy Hart or a manager who occasionally mixed it up."
Yeah. Right.
Well, that's basically what they're going to give us.
That would be great, except for the fact that Noam Dar kicked him in the face 2 weeks ago. And
wrestling, kayfabe, time travel. Time means nothing from week to week.
Except for the fact that when it does, and that's the annoying part.
Yeah, exactly. It's like time travel. When it behooves you to talk about it, you talk about it and you explain. But when there's when it contradicts each other,
it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
So in this case, I think you realize in the world of kayfabe as to why this I think would happen. These guys are heels. They're somewhat coward heels to a certain extent. So they would go to the most powerful coward heel, which would be Enzo, and he was most recently the champion. He has a rematch in... So he has something to kind of play up, say, like, I'm going to be the champ, you could be part of my crew. So it makes sense that...
I would not be surprised if they give him the belt back at TLC.
Oh, absolutely. Really and these guys would throw in, and that's the thing. He needed a crew. And the character, I think, that Enzo plays is that kind of gang leader...
Right.
Kind of, I need my gang.
That's great. That's great if it was an actual gang, but when it's a random collection of dudes,
well, you know what?
Don't make no sense.
All right, then I will take the route. Then the argument against would be the Miztourage. Yeah. When you said Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, I was like,
right. But here's
and now like 2 weeks later, like, okay, it just makes sense.
No, but here's the difference. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas weren't doing anything, and they were languishing on the side. Miz takes them and molds them in his image. This was just a random collection of dudes who attacked... And no, we're not going to...
But again, I think you're focused on the attack, and the attack here in this case really doesn't matter. Enzo, being the coward that he is, would realize that by having no friends, he would have to make friends wherever he could, and he'd take who was ever willing to come his way.
Which I would get if it was just Arya Daivari. Or...
even Dar.
Yeah.
Dar, who no longer has Fox.
Yeah.
She's off doing her thing, so he doesn't have that angle. So he, like Bo Dallas, is just floating out there.
It was Daivari, Dar...
And,
Gulak. Why would Gulak be there?
That I don't... Okay, I got you there, but the other three, I don't remember who the last one was, but I was like, okay, this all makes sense. I think the 3 of the 4 made sense, but Gulak didn't because he was calling him Captain Underpants. He was making fun of him.
Yeah.
So that I don't really get... But I do understand how this faction came together.
Oh, Nice. Why would Nice be there?
Well,
he's not cowardly.
But
he's the
muscle.
Yeah.
In the way of a group dynamic in any situation, you're going to have the leader and you're going to have the muscle. Even in using Ocean's 12, why would Brad Pitt be number 2 to George Clooney? Well, he kind of wasn't, but he kind of was. That's how I'm looking at Nice. And this dude, that he's got the muscle, he can get things done, but he'll never really be number 1, and he kind of understands.
By the way, right here, we just put more thought into that than WWE.
Well, yeah, monkeys throwing darts at...
Yeah, monkeys, they don't know what they're throwing the darts at.
What I did like from Enzo...
Just know they get a free cigarette when they hit the board the right way.
Like they're Indonesian children.
I did like from Enzo...
Indonesian children write NXT.
I did like from Enzo the line where he says, "Oh, you like these sneakers? I got them, 4 months before they were out."
Or 2 months, yeah. These will be on the shelves in 2 months.
Yeah, I thought that was a neat, neat line or whatever.
Going to the molding the people to his image, that's what these guys are going to start to be. They're probably going to be like, the cartoon version of a jersey,
which is fine. Which is
them
fine,
times 10 from jersey,
which is fine for Dar and Davari. And even Nice to a certain extent.
But Gulag makes no
damn sense.
Gulag is going to fall off, I think. Or they'll put him in the accountant role, where he's just always the straight man.
So they beat the crap out of. So they beat the crap out of Kalisto, and then Ali comes down, and they beat the crap out of him.
The shit out of him too.
They kick the crap out of him, but then no other faces come down. Where's Rich Swann?
Yeah, that was really weird.
TJP?
There was a huge. Well, TJP's a heel.
Okay, but that's fine. So Gallagher and Kendrick, they're on their own thing. That's great. But where's Rich Swann?
Yeah, that was a little weird that Swann didn't come down. I also would have liked to have seen, instead of once Kalisto
where's
went
Akira?
Down, like 3 or 4 guys coming down.
Exactly. Where's Tozawa?
Really Tozawa's a little weird. I was just thinking about that recently. We'll talk about that later. Let's go on to the next match.
Yeah, so
we put a lot of time into the Enzo angle.
Next match was Tag Team Championship match, which was a very, very good match.
Awesome, always.
It got a little bit sloppy in the middle, but overall, very good match.
You know what? You just described every Dean Ambrose match ever.
Yeah,
it got sloppy in the middle, and then it ended nicely.
So then there was the Finn promo. And
that was
it was awful.
Yeah, that was
I want to know when Kevin Sullivan started writing Raw.
Oh God, yeah, you mentioned that earlier, and it totally makes sense. It's garbage, dude.
It's on the level of Dungeon of Doom. That's not hot.
No,
it's awful.
Yeah, it's
the worst. And then
angle out of its time. It makes no sense.
And then they're doing this dumb thing where he's talking like he's the demon, so they do like some superimposing his face over it. Yeah. Except the demon face looks like a candy.
It was like
Halloween. Threw up on
it was like a Halloween theme.
Yeah,
I don't like those when they do live promos, but then they're doing like effects for the audience.
Yeah, where it's clear.
Like what was that a few months ago when they did the what was it, Bray Wyatt
versus Randy,
the House of Horrors match.
Well, I think it was
it was WrestleMania, and they had the projector above, and they were projecting bugs. And
not even that, but they Randy Orton cut a promo where he's like looking in the mirror, and in the mirror
it was not good, and it pains me because I love Finn.
I can't wait till this is over. I really thought that SummerSlam was going to be it. But then I understood to a certain extent when they did the man versus the monster versus the paint thing. I said, okay. But now we're here and I'm going, what the hell are we watching? This is over. This is done.
Yeah.
So. I don't. Does the Undertaker need to come and bury both of these guys or something?
It's a shame because Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor are both good.
They're both very good, but
together
good
it's not
wrestlers.
Right.
And it just comes down to monkeys in the writing room, and they don't know how to write for them or market them, and it's
there's something there.
Yeah. It sucks because Finn Balor had a lot of momentum, and then he got injured, and then it's like he comes back, and for what? To do these...
Listless.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Good. It's weak. Next.
So, women's tag match was next. Is Mickey and Bayley versus Alexa and Emma. The editing on this match was awful. It was the worst MTV 90s editing.
Yeah. It looked like Sunday Night Heat. Yeah, it was really bad.
And it was a pretty mad match. Mickey gets the win. It doesn't matter because Alexa's winning at TLC. So what's the point?
Alexa's got to drop it to Asuka.
But she won't. Alexa will win, and I'll stop watching wrestling.
If Alexa beats Asuka, I'm going to be pretty hard pressed to not join you on that.
Yeah, no, I will watch TNA. That's how angry I will be. I'm joking.
No one watches TNA.
There's always New Japan.
Yeah, I think we're going to be watching a lot more New Japan and Ring of Honor.
Network and subscription and.
Boy.
Anyways,
next.
Yeah. Then the main event, which was Braun versus Roman in the cage.
Yeah, that was. I thought that was a good match.
It's a fun main event.
I like that they've been doing cage matches on Raw. So in the last 4 weeks, we've seen 2 or 3.
It comes down to Vince McMahon just being like, "We got all these extra cages. Let's use them.
They're on the road. Let's use them."
It was a fun main event. you brought this up earlier. How Roman has to cock his arm.
Yes, yeah, dude, it was off. And like, so he got 3 Superman punches off in this match, and the third one, he knew that Braun Strowman was like coming around, like Braun was kind of dazed or whatever. So, and he just was like, he had this look in his face. Dude, it was great. The look on his face too, like of pure. The look on Roman Reigns' face with that third Superman punch, it's just pure determination. He's like. And he runs over and he punches him. And
then it's seriously like, here's Braun Strowman. And it's
no, but not even because dude, we talked about this off camera earlier. It was 1 F5 to take Braun out, right?
Yep.
3 Superman punches from Roman Reigns and and nothing. He kicks out every time. So I'm thinking that there's like almost like. In
rock, paper, scissors.
Well, yeah, or even in animes where it's like this is an S-type monster and this is a C-type monster.
That's exactly what it is.
I think that's what it is.
There's actually on Squared Circle they do a kayfabe tier list every couple weeks, and of course Brock is S++.
Yeah, no one kicks out of the F5. That's the one. Like.
But that's actually exactly it. So, anyways, at the end, Kane comes out of the
awesome.
ring.
I love a Kane entrance when he comes out of the ring. You go, that's old school.
It's old school. He comes out of the ring and he's he scares Roman. So now Kane
mask and everything.
Dude, it was great because Kane was about Roman was about to super punch him too, and he's like. And he's like, I believe. And I think he was about to do it, and Kane caught him mid-air or whatever, which was awesome.
And then,
which just puts him over as a mega monster.
What is it? They power slam Roman. Or no, I'm sorry, choke slam Roman. Tombstone pile driver.
Tombstone. They pull out a fucking tombstone.
And 2 running power slams on Roman, and he still is only dazed. Like he loses, but
apparently pull out a banned move.
Yeah. Apparently, the tombstone is not on the level.
Not from Kane. Apparently,
not from Kane. No,
the tombstone from the Undertaker would be like. I gotta think that's the one.
No, Triple H. Pretty sure.
Triple H.
Not Triple H. Maybe
Maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, no. I think a tombstone from the Undertaker might be one of the ones that you just can't. That would be the S++.
I would have liked it if Kane came out and just fucking. I would have liked to have seen Kane fucking choke slam Braun Strowman. That to me would be a good match. Braun Strowman versus Kane.
Kane can still move, and in a weird way, for some reason, I'd want to throw Goldust into that match because he would be awesome in it.
You always want to throw Goldust.
Because Goldust is the shit, dude.
When did you change your last name to Runnels? That's what I want to know.
Last month.
Anyways, another thing that was running throughout Raw.
Cards next week.
Another thing that was running through all of Raw, I forgot to write down, is Axel was saying, I'm going to be the 5th man. I'm going to be the 5th man. And he goes and they're like, Braun says, well, go prove it. Go beat up Roman Reigns. So he finds the shield in the back and then jump cut. Axel's hanging upside down and he's not wearing a shirt. And I'm like, why?
What the hell?
What did a pack of Jekylls attack him? Like, what the hell is going on?
It was Jekylls. I did like how the Miztourage came down to help, and because Roman was about to climb over the ring, and then the shield comes down, and they, so there was like a nice little, mix up.
It was like
it was a good schmoz. I liked it, but.
I like the end too when Miz goes, Curtis Axel was never going to be the 5th member. It was.
I don't understand, however, that really my issue here is why is this the TLC main event? This should be Survivor Series. This has Survivor Series written all over it.
My question is, Martin was questioning why Enzo's gang was formed together. Why Kane with the
Kane has always been a corporate guy.
But it makes no sense. No, and I agree with you. It makes no sense for him to be against the Shield.
Yeah.
Like, Braun Strowman's motivation is obvious. The Bar's motivation is obvious. Yeah. Miz's motivation is obvious. Kane's motivation
wasn't Kane corporate Kane when the Shield was around and they used to beat his ass all the time?
What is it? Like, but it good.
Time
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't...
Yeah. You're right. Time doesn't matter. But time could be, in this case in wrestling... this could be just like yesterday, or it could be a million years ago. Who cares?
But didn't Corporate Kane wear like a tie?
Yeah, but he would come out in his Kane gear too.
But he wouldn't wear the mask.
Yeah, but see, so here's the thing: he's wearing a different outfit. So is he really Corporate Kane? I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's just it just doesn't it doesn't make sense,
and I wasn't a fan of it.
Wait a minute, WWE doesn't make sense.
I would have liked it if Kane was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna clean house. I'm taking both these fucking schmucks down." Like that would have been awesome for me. I loved Kane during the Attitude Era.
Kane just destroying everyone probably would have been the better idea,
dude. And that would have been a great main event, Strowman versus Kane. I think that.
But this goes to what I was saying with breaking it down, where you can put now in this group. Dean and Seth versus Cesaro and Sheamus, and then you've got The Miz versus Roman, and then you would take Strowman and Kane, put Kane on the Shield side, and then you go, okay, it's a 4-on-4.
They have to overcome the odds. They're the greatest.
That's exactly. I understand it, but my point is you have
since when are they the greatest triumvirate ever?
You have half a pay-per-view sitting on those teams, and like you can even throw in a world title match, like. They have it, and they're using it now, and not for Survivor Series.
Jerking off of the Shield over these past 2 weeks is ridiculous.
But they've got dog tags.
Anyways, overall, the Shield reunion thing really ruined this Raw for me.
Yeah, it was really bad.
There was a lot of Alexa Bliss on it too.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but some of the matches were good. So there was, at least
there were some good matches.
There was.
Let's read it.
No. What does it say? Kane is there to avenge Undertaker's loss to Reigns at Mania.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
All right, Bill, that could be. Yeah. That's a good call.
I'll say this for Raw though. There was no racism. So
there was no racism.
That's automatically a win to me. Yeah, that's
so you know what I'm thinking about what Crater's saying here with that it could be avenging the Undertaker's loss, where if we go into Survivor Series or somewhere in between there, we see Roman versus Kane, and Roman beats Kane and then retires Kane, which Glenn Jacobs wants to retire.
And then Glenn Jacobs says, "You're the man now, dog."
You control the underworld.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You're the man now, dog.
You're the man. Oh man.
Oh shit! That could be a thing. Look, that could be.
I hope WWE makes like a commemorative plaque.
Oh, there will be.
That'd be so good.
A pretty sweet plaque.
Oh my God! I fucking hate everything.
Really, I guess.
Well, no, they would make
it puts over Roman.
Yes.
It retires
that
Kane.
Needs to happen.
That's Roman wins.
Here you go. No, this is what it is. They make a plaque, and then Alexa Bliss gives the plaque to Roman Reigns.
Oh, nice. Only after pinning Asuka.
Yes, dude. No, what it is that
after hitting her terrible finishing move, she pins Asuka clean.
They have to pin each other at the same time. So Roman's got Kane down, and thenAlexa Bliss is, and then it's
Alexa Bliss tombstones Nia Jax onto Asuka.
Exactly.
Double pins both of them.
Neville off the top rope.
Good night, Daddy's little girl or Puddin' or whatever. So yeah, 100 subscribers.
I love Alexa Bliss.
100 subscribers. Saturday night we're doing our giveaway. Be sure to subscribe and make your subscription visible. We can't give away prizes to people who don't make their subscriptions visible. So you do have to make that visible. So Martin,
click on the
your
little bell.
30 subscriptions, make them visible, and then I don't have to ship it.
I only have 10.
Oh, 10. Okay, you're 10. So
20 is his wife.
Yes.
Saturday night's the giveaway. Also, we're going to be doing our giveaway for #5Live Toy Picks.
Yes.
That is going to be for pictures of your favorite toys and how you like them the most, be it in action poses, just in a collection, carded, in cases, whatever. #5Live
in between boobs.
In between, hey, you want to put some boobs in toys?
We'll be giving you away this Roman Reigns.
Take that.
This Braun Strowman
Not
figure,
the Braun
too.
Strowman, however. That Wookiee vagina that Martin calls a koozie.
Yep.
So,
with
official Roman Reigns.
Yep. With root beer can still inside.
Half-drank root beer.
That's how you gotta answer.
So, let's move on to SmackDown.
So SmackDown started. No, dude, I am in love with heel Sammy.
Heel Sammy's awesome.
So we start off with Daniel Bryan comes out and he's hyping up SmackDown. and then heel Sammy comes out and he heals it
was
up.
So good.
There's
nice. I did not get a chance to watch.
But here's the difference.
This week, so
they weren't just then KO comes out and they're just going at Bryan. And there's nothing better than heels when they have a grain of truth.
Oh,
yeah. Which is what they're building it all around, which is Bryan don't want to be there no more.
Sammy even gave him the, I've been doing this for years, and I've been doing it for years because I wrestled safe.
Yeah.
I wrestled safe Daniel, I'm sorry, Bryan.
Exactly, yep.
Bryan. He wasn't calling him Daniel or Daniel, like, it was...
Yeah, so that was great. I'm just so happy.
It feels so good.
Yes, that is my GIF I will be using for everything.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so then there was a women's 6-man tag match. It was Naomi, Becky, and Charlotte versus Natalya, Lana, and Nia Jax. Yeah. Naomi,
why couldn't she leave?
Right?
So Naomi comes out. No, she tried to, and they were like, "Go ahead."
I was just fooling.
They actually packed her bags for her.
Vince McMahon just pulled out his phone, and it looked like he was screwing around. He pulled up a video of Judge Smails going, "The world needs ditch diggers too," and they just walked away from her.
So
she's like, "I was just fooling, Mr. McMahon." Punjabi president.
So Naomi,
she murdered somebody, and then they're like, "Okay, you're back in."
like we'll father, like a daughter.
We'll keep your secret till you try to screw us, and then you're going to jail.
So Naomi has some new gear. Bodysuits are all the rage.
Yep.
I can't wait till MVP comes back.
Oh, God. MVP. There has been weird talking to him about possibly coming back. So.
But anyways, it was a very meh match.
Yeah, just okay.
It wasn't anything. Natty sold the hell out of the kick. There was some schmaz at the end. Natty comes at Charlotte with a chair, and Charlotte kicked the crap out of her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Natty sold it like a
She kicked the soul out of her on that one.
Yes.
I gotta step out for a second.
So then, then Daniel.
I got my nose as well.
So then Bryan, Sammy, and KO meet up backstage. And
we're just gonna pretend that instead of blowing his nose, he's got explosive diarrhea.
There's that one too. Bryan informed Sammy and KO. Bryan informed Sammy and KO that he found 2 men to beat the crap out of them, Shinsuke and Randy. And they were awesome. I want these 3 on every segment of Raw. I don't care.
Yeah. No,
or every segment of SmackDown. It's just the best. Baron Corbin comes out next, and Sin Cara's not dead. So
yeah, that's good. Sin Cara didn't die.
Yeah. There was a nothing match. It was just
There's a lot of that going around on SmackDown. There's a lot of nothing matches.
Yeah.
They're post pay-per-view, and it's just bleh.
Yeah.
Like they don't really have anything laid out nice enough. And well, we're gonna get to why nothing really matters in a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's go
Gable
to the next.
Benjamin
Awesome.
show up. Usos are cutting a promo. Gable and Benjamin interrupt them. They're wearing 2K18 track jackets for some reason.
Love it.
But they're
because they're the shills. Yeah. They're doing exactly what their characters should be doing.
It's just the best. Benjamin, they pull away the hand as they go to give them respect. It was perfect.
Awesome.
They're such nerds.
They really are.
They really are.
They're just dweebs.
Yeah.
They're wrestling nerds, and it's awesome because they're so good.
So then next was a promo for Rowan and Harper.
It's just a promo.
It's just a promo. It was just a promo for Rowan and Harper, who are now calling themselves the Bludgeon Brothers.
To be.
They look like the Knights of Knee.
They really do, right?
Like Kevin Sullivan is at it again. So I'm tired of it.
So I thought this was supposed to be a rebranding of them, and then they get to Eric Rowan, and he's wearing the damn sheet mask.
Yeah,
still.
it's just
and you go, oh, it's Eric Rowan. Okay.
I think what happened is they spent a lot of money on that sheet mask. It's a Punjabi.
It's a Punjabi prison of masks.
Yeah.
He's got to wear that thing to his funeral.
Yeah.
And it's really just like an old dollar store lamp mask and a couple tubes from Home Depot.
But they told him it cost a lot of money.
Like, this is a $10,000.
You know they're snickering. They're snickering behind the camera. Like,
we told him it was $1 million.
He's wearing the mask. That
He's
big
doing
red
it.
dumbhead. So
he wants to eat that bad.
So yeah.
Give him a sandwich.
So new policy for SmackDown: as long as Jinder is the champ, I'm fast forwarding.
Yeah,
so that's
pretty
what I
much.
did.
I'm finished with Jinder. I really do. That when we were trying to go through Raw tonight, I had told Martin I only got to watch half of it, and then I turned on. It's at the Jinder, and it was like, oh, let me watch. Fuck it out of here. Next.
So basically, Jinder comes out and says, "I want Brock Lesnar." I wonder if Brock will sell for Jinder. I really wonder that. Because we've had this discussion before.
We'll see.
If Brock don't like you,
no.
he don't sell for you.
True.
Brock might be company man, but he has no sold for company men before. So it'll be interesting. That's really the only reason I would care about that match. It's just
there's no win here.
Yeah.
If Brock wins, you go, okay, well, you beat up Jinder Mahal. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
If Jinder wins, you go, okay, well, you beat Brock, but we still don't buy you as a legitimate champion because the Bollywood boys are going to be involved, and you know that.
And that's the whole
thing.
thing.
Singh brothers, whatever.
Right. Yeah. But this is the whole thing. It's like, if the whole kayfabe thing is in effect, why would Daniel Bryan even allow this? He has to know he has a paper champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Well, we spoke about...
Sorry. I think I would like Jinder Mahal better if he I don't
Came
care.
out eating poutine?
Yes. I kind of like the Maharaja angle.
Mm-hmm.
I just would like it to be less Iron Sheik. That kind of like,
but they're mixing the worlds. That's the issue.
And this is the problem with the WWE. They don't do subtlety.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't.
And the lines are so blurred that the Iron Sheik was from Iran.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's supposed to be from India.
This is something.
But in wrestling world, it's all the
Jinder
same.
Mahal would be a great character if he was a babyface. And he was like a Dalsine type, like I'm meditating and like
he tried that. It didn't work.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, no.
I would like that character
because Jinder Mahal's terrible.
Yeah.
So maybe if it was someone other than
maybe someone talented like Arya Davari.
No, that didn't work out because America.
Anyways,
I don't know.
That's the whole thing. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
He's brown, so we got to make like he's from India. When you could just say, "Yeah, I'm Indian, but I'm also Canadian."
Yeah, I like certain concepts of the character. But the problem is there's not enough to like versus the dislikes. And like I said, I just think it would be cooler for me to be like kind of like it would be an awesome character again for Jinder Mahal. Someone who is kind of like a submission type wrestler and be like, yeah, I studied the body. I'm this guy, and then blah 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 blah.
Like he's super flexible or something.
That
would
be an awesome. It'd be a really good wrestler for Jinder Mahal. Someone who's on the indies and not on my goddamn television screen.
I don't know.
We're working in a world where Jinder Mahal has to be on your television.
Yeah, I'm just.
No, I like that idea where he'd be more of a submission, like I've mastered the body.
Yes, yeah, that would be, I think, a cool concept for that.
That would be good.
The fact of the matter is, it is 2017, and I know that Jinder is not from India, and I know that Punjabi is not the main language of India.
Yep.
So I don't buy that Jinder. Don't buy that Jinder is a national hero in India, and I don't give a crap anymore. Yeah. It's been too long.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I just would like him to be less of the Iron Sheik style. And dude, be India. If you want to be pro India and be an Indian nationalist, whatever, fine. That's no problem. But don't be like
something we've seen.
Not even that, but don't be like a Nazi about it, like a fascist.
Okay.
But that's what it is.
Yeah,
you can't, and you even saw it in League of Nations. The Irish dude was a foreign heel.
Yeah,
like how dumb is that?
Yeah, it was really badly. All of it was badly.
So,
but Sheamus is a good heel. That's the thing.
No, Sheamus is a good heel when he's just a badass. He's not a good heel when he's like, I'm Irish, I'm better than you.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense.
He's just a badass.
He is. He kicks you in the face.
Yeah.
So anyways,
he could be like an Irish brawler heel,
and that's exactly what he is.
Yeah, and that's
exactly what he is. Yeah. But even like I said, even the League of Nations, they went with we're the League of Nations. We're better. Our nations are better than your nation. It's like, really? You're from Mexico.
Yeah. You got it. What was it? There was a Mexican, an Indian.
No, it was
Irish.
No, Jinder wasn't there.
Jinder wasn't in there. I thought Jinder was League of Nations.
It was
Rusev.
It was Rusev. Rusev Matra. Anyways, I didn't even write Rusev in here. That's how much I don't care about Rusev anymore.
Next.
So, next was DZ versus Rude. I can watch those two wrestle all the time. I have no problem with this.
I love the Dolph Ziggler silent entrance. Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
I love what they're doing here.
So, and then we had our main event, which was Sammy and KO versus Nakamura and Orton. If only they could get that Randy Orton guy out of the ring.
Why?
It would have been great.
Orton needs to be injected into everything.
Ooh, here's a crazy idea.
Don't.
Yes, get Randy Orton out. Push Ty Dillinger in.
Yeah. Can't they, like, have Randy Orton make movies or something like that? And
they tried. It didn't work.
All right, so let's wrap up SmackDown. This thing was a turd. In the end,
no, it wasn't a turd, though. It wasn't a turd because it was the main event was
Sammy.
Yeah, exactly. The main event was great, dude. Sammy gets the pin on Orton. I can get to like SmackDown again. And then, dude, they mentioned a Daniel Bryan on a pole match.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
They said and then at the end they're hugging. It was so great.
Someone recently actually made the joke of, and there's like, we make a Judy Backwell on a pole match, I'm out of here.
Yep.
Nice.
I can't love this KO Sammy pairing
It's
more,
so good.
and it's saving SmackDown for me because
Absolutely.
the rest of it's terrible, with the exception of the Fashion Files, which was great.
Also awesome.
Yeah.
But again, with the two Bs, so it's and then
It's the Bludgeon
re-reference
Brothers,
it's the
which is
Bludgeon Brothers.
fine. If you're gonna swerve me like they did with the Funkasaurus and everything, I'm fine with it. But you better swerve me, because if you're honestly gonna give me those two dummies walking down to the ring looking like the Knights and me and being the Bludgeon Brothers, then I'm not gonna watch your program.
So
they should just suit up for the Mighty Ducks and show me the Flying V. And
look, I would like to see Bludgeon Brothers versus the Ascension.
Yeah,
that'd be
that
actually
would be
pretty
awesome.
good. That'd be pretty solid.
I want to see Harper do anything. At
Yeah,
this point.
it's really
just get
Luke
him into
Harper.
a ring and let him wrestle.
I want to see Luke Harper.
So
So let's get on to the other stuff.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Which is the meaty week that we've had.
Crazy outside wrestling.
So let's start with we'll start with Neville.
Yeah. So apparently Neville walked out. We touched on it briefly last week, but a lot more news has come out. It seems that he's been extremely unhappy. It has a lot to do with his and Austin Aries match from WrestleMania was left off the DVD, so he didn't get the royalties for that.
Oh, come on. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's weak.
And it's been a series of things, and basically he wasn't even at Raw. He didn't even do any of the weekend shows, the house shows before that Raw. So it's been a while now.
It makes no sense.
And I can't wait for him to show up in ROH or NJPW.
I think again, I've mentioned this a million times. Right now, everyone who leaves the WWE is going to go to either Ring of Honor or New Japan Wrestling now. To go to Lucha Underground's garbage. No one wants it. TNA, why would you waste your time?
That's the other news.
And NJPW is coming to America. It's happening. They have crowned Kenny Omega. Now we have just when Cody Rhodes left, he showed that you can do this. Now you've got Neville leaving. If Neville shows up, I would love to see Neville versus Kenny Omega.
That would be amazing.
This is the fundamental problem with American economics. Like, I'm not trying to I'm not being political, but seriously, you have a company that challenged another company, right? So there was WCW, which was at that time the best, right? They were the top dogs or whatever. Mm-hmm. They made poor decisions, and they're they're overpaying for wrestlers and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. WCW or WWF at the time was making a superior product, and then rose to the occasion, became better, wiped out its competition, and now the WWE is making the same mistakes that the WCW made.
Rapid expansion,
dead
shows.
Yeah, exactly. Rapid expansion, paying for stars, not using them, and then now, I mean, it's great for the business in terms of competition now that, NJWP's coming, and then Ring of Honor, stuff like that. But, like, I just don't understand how Vince McMahon is so, I guess, short-sighted and blind to, I guess, not realizing what he's doing.
I have a theory.
is it a Punjabi prison?
He's 70 years old.
That's true. That could be what it is. He just doesn't care anymore.
Triple H is taking over, and so he's obviously putting his crew in.
Yeah.
He's not stupid to what's happening right now. But he also doesn't make all the decisions.
That's why you don't see NXT moving as fast as everyone assumes.
Exactly. It's going pretty slow going there, but he's building it the right way.
It's happened in every
it's economics.
Yeah, I mean, Blockbuster, same thing. I think Amazon too is. I mean,
Borders books.
Yeah,
we can apply it to a lot of different things over even the last 15 years. But yeah, they're doing exactly that. NJPW is coming up. They're going to have this out in LA at the Staples Center. They're going to be doing their stuff. They're gonna destroy. Kenny Omega can fill a small stadium.
The fact that there are so many Bullet Club shirts and WWE is very obviously upset by this, judging by the number of cease and desists they've sent. Yep. They've fired Jimmy Jacobs for taking a picture with
Which was going to be the next thing we'll talk about.
They fired Jimmy Jacobs for taking a picture of with his friends of the Bullet Club outside of their Invade Raw.
Were they throwing up sweet skis?
They were.
Oh.
Oh, not in the photo.
Not in the photo?
No, not in the photo. No sweet skis. The whole thing is he's been, again, supposedly been unhappy for a while. He's been doing little things here and there, and everyone just assumes this is his big thing, that I'm out. The awesome thing is, hours after he got fired, he already had a T-shirt up for sale on ProWrestlingShirts.com with the picture and fired.
That's awesome.
And then he shows up at the ROH pay-per-view. They were Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks were trying to take a selfie, couldn't find a camera. Jimmy Jacobs comes out of the crowd with a camera, takes the selfie with them.
Nice. It's awesome. So, they're really proving that you don't need them.
Yeah.
Austin Aries recently had just actually posted on his.
My phone was on. I hope.
We'll see.
Do you hear any crackling?
I didn't notice any.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, jeez, what we were just talking about.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Austin Aries. So Aries was saying on his Twitter, I believe, or his Instagram, saying that for the next 6 weeks, because he can now wrestle again, or when he gets back to wrestling, I think November 1st. He has 6 weeks booked, and he'll make more in that 6 weeks than he made in half a year.
He said 6 weeks of bingo halls better than,
than
like 6 months and I forget how he
in the big leagues.
In the big leagues,
something like that.
Yeah.
So he's basically showing like, look, and I understand both sides of these arguments. He's saying I don't need WWE to succeed. And then the other side goes, well, you're getting paid like that because you did go to WWE.
Right.
You have a certain level of name recognition. You have to understand that. Which is true. A lot of these indie guys are going, I'm this, that, and the other thing. And I'll include Cody Rhodes. Cody, you're great because your lineage, yes, but look where you cut your teeth and look where you did this. That's why you're great.
Here's the thing. And this is not a bash WWE thing. This is not because they do good product every once in a while.
Every now and then.
But these two wrap-ups were a perfect example of they have so much damn talent and they just keep pushing the same damn people.
Yeah.
It's like
that's the problem.
The monkey's like that dartboard.
Yeah. And I guess to liken it more to something that I'm into, it's like a soccer team. You can only have 11 people on the team, and if you've got all these star players, not everyone's going to get a chance to touch the ball, and not everyone's going to get a chance to... But it's one thing if you're, I guess, underutilizing talent versus not utilizing talent at all and just sticking with the same...
and that's what this is.
And the same, to continue your soccer team analogy, it has to do with chemistry, too.
Yeah.
If your team doesn't work well together, it doesn't matter how goddamn good they are.
Yep.
And that works with anything. Yeah. I think
it's sad too. I mean, you know who I really feel bad for is Shinsuke Nakamura, because he came here, and I'm sure Vince fed him all this stuff about what his plans were. And then
at the end of the day, I don't think he's having a bad time. Like, I really don't. He seems like a kind of an odd dude who just wants to hang out and surf, and he gets to hang out with his friends.
Let's friends and surfing are fun, but New Japan Wrestling is coming.
Yeah,
right, he is a god there, so he can be a mid-carder.
Contracts end.
Yeah.
But that's it. When that contract's over, are we still gonna have Shinsuke Nakamura?
No, that could be the thing too.
And that's fine. He can go back. He goes back to New Japan, and he is a god again. It's all about life experiences, and
that's the thing too. Like people, you're saying about underutilizing. Oh, good job, Dick.
You're the worst.
Good job. Going back to what we were talking about talent and stuff like that, right in the butt. You fucking derailed me, you asshole.
Talking about talent, and then Martin said up the butt.
About talking about the experiences like that. I mean, I guess really is what's more valuable, going to Ring of Honor or NWJP or NJPW.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Sorry, being a god there. Or being a mid-card on the WWE, and then being able to put that on your resume that you were in the WWE, and then using that to be the top dog at a Ring of Honor or
everyone's situation is different.
Yeah,
and
it's just all about having that on your resume, having WWE on your work experience.
Everyone's situation is different. I don't blame anyone for doing whatever they can to better themselves.
Yeah.
As a wrestling fan, this is awesome.
I
want more awesome wrestling.
But for me, it's as a fan, it's not awesome because you're not getting a lot of awesome wrestling. It's so hit and miss. It's just
this is pretty bad
it can be hit and miss, but the hits are so damned good.
I would rather have a steady wave of
but you won't get that.
That's awfully communist of you.
And here's the thing: but with a steady wave, you don't get high points. You don't get Pete Dunne versus.
You don't get WrestleMania 30.
I don't know because I watched a lot of wrestling, in the Attitude Era, and it was like hit after hit after hit.
That's nostalgia.
As
a man who's reading Wrestling Observer Rewind,
I don't think so because I remember.
I know what we have to do. We're going to have to go to the heart of the Attitude Era, and we can watch it on the network.
Yeah.
They have episodes of Raw. We'll watch those episodes, and you'll go, "Oh my god, this is crap."
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's pretty rough, man. I'm telling you, 1997-98 WWE was good because of the Austin, the Mankind, and Triple H,
and
The Rock, and Undertaker, all really good.
I'm getting thrown off of a steel cage.
Everything else. Fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage that it's hard to watch. Mark Marrow.
I don't remember. Yeah.
I
do remember
Ken
him.
Shamrock.
Oh, the Ryan Shamrock angle.
I don't have anything wrong with Ken Shamrock.
Well, then you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, no, for real though. It's way worse than I think you remember.
But maybe I feel like even the bad of the Attitude Era is still better than the bad.
It very well might be. It very well might be. I'm not. I'm not going to compare it that way because I wasn't watching as much.
And I don't want to be. I don't want to be one of those guys. It's like, oh, this is better than that. It's just I would rather have. I just feel like the lows and the misses are just they're so bad right now.
Yeah, the misses are really, really bad, and then they go racist with it. And then you go, oh my god, you're the worst.
The misses are bad.
And that's the other problem too. With the amount of talent they have on the roster, it shouldn't be that way.
We shouldn't have these misses.
And that's my argument. That's what I'm saying.
That's a valid argument. At the end
I
of
don't
the day,
know right now if Beavis is just getting into those jelly beans or if he is agreeing. It's got to be
a little bit
of a few that were god awful.
It's a little bit
of
both.
Which ones were they?
I don't know, buttered popcorn.
Oh, the worst.
So, anyways, I agree with you. I agree with you on the talent angle. That having been said, we have had some amazing matches this year, and
all involving AJ Styles.
Yeah, and speaking of one of those amazing matches, Wolfgang tweeted a picture of #Team UK for the Survivor Series. Himself.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Himself British Strong Style.
Yep.
And Mark Andrews.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It
will never happen, but I would love it.
Half-eared bastard. Yeah, that was Andrews, right?
Yeah.
The one with the half an ear.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Connors.
Connors, Joseph Connors.
Mark Andrews is the Blink-182 clone who jumps off of things like a crazy person.
Okay, yeah, no, I was thinking about Connors. I think it's Joseph Connors, and he has the worst, smallest tattoo. It's this big.
It's like he wanted a tattoo so bad, but he only had a tenner.
Yeah, no, really. Like this is in the world of.
Backed out.
Yeah, in the world of 5 Live, this was maybe our first or second episode. Yes. So if you guys go all the way back, we do a match sync up from I think it's the UK special or whatever it was.
Wolfgang versus Joseph Connors.
And then we also do a Pete Dunne versus...
versus
Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate. And it's actually two of our highest ranking videos, but really funny stuff, and we talk about the tattoo.
Yeah.
That he was like, he had this idea, like he wanted this whole rock Roman Reigns kind of thing, like, it's gonna look awesome, and they start, and he's like, fuck no, okay, that is a no, finish what you did, and I'm done.
I still think it's he wanted a tattoo so bad, but he only had so much money. He's on a real tight budget.
He's a baller on a budget.
He had to get cat food.
And the rest of his ear sewn back on. That's the other part. He's got a nightmare of an ear.
It's just gnarly.
So, let's see. What else do we have happen off stage? Funko is going to be the Young Bucks.
Yes.
And Bullet Club have signed with Funko. We are going to get Bullet Club.
Funko Pops.
Also, to tie it in, they will not be doing this, but they will, however... be doing this.
Yes.
It is no longer the 2 Sweet. Yeah. It is the 1 Sweet.
Nice.
Yes.
And
that is how they're getting around the system.
That's how you get away, right there.
Speaking of Funko and Pops, this has nothing to do with wrestling, but
then
Funko,
why are we talking about
it? James Bond Pops.
Yep, there's no James Bond Pops.
Excellent.
Yep.
So we actually do have some toy videos we have to do, some heavy metal videos. You're going to see us wearing the same shirts.
Oh my God,
do a lot of things. We have to record a lot of things.
We are plowing through, but I just want to say one thing. Sammy and KO will get me through this time.
Yes,
they will.
They will.
They're so good. They were.
Well, what's great is that right now they're friends, which means in the world of wrestling,
the inevitable betrayal.
They have to.
They will betray him.
Oh, they will betray each other. It's going to happen. It has to happen, and it's. I think. We were sad when we saw Jericho eat it at the Festival of Friendship.
I will
this
love,
is going
I will
to
love
be
every second.
Full on tears.
Oh my God! Imagine if they do the reverse. Sammy betrays KO.
Oh my! Get out of here! That is amazing, and I can't wait for it to happen now. You son of a bitch. So,
here's hoping the monkeys throw that dart. Unfortunately, the monkey throws the dart, it just misses Sammy betraying KO, and we get Jinder Mahal champion forever.
No, it's just
Jinder Mahal racism.
It just goes to Return of Kane. I'm like, what? What?
He's mayor of a city now.
Can you stop having this guy return, please?
Who keeps putting that card up on the wall? God damn it!
I thought I said put that down. There's one monkey smoking a cigarette laughing.
Pretty soon, it's just for Vince McMahon. It's just nothing going to be but Punjabi prisons out there.
How many Punjabi prisons?
Kane Punjabi prison.
What they should do is have Dolph Ziggler do a recreation of kicking Marty Jannetty through the glass. That would be
awesome.
Yes.
But the Marty Jannetty is played by Dolph Ziggler.
And
terrible.
He falls into a Punjabi prison.
He wasn't kicked through the glass. He left cowardly through the glass.
That's the Bobby Heenan
of
explanation it. So, with Bobby the Brain Heenan, we have been 5 Alive. I am Bobby T.
I am Martin.
And I'm Crza.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check all of those wonderful little hashtags that we have.
See, we got hashtag 5 Alive Live, hashtag damn.
Yep. Yes. Hashtag 5 Alive damn. For
that's people who
look like Ron Simmons or happen to be the father of Bobby T.
Yes. Or are actually Ron Simmons.
Or actually Ron Simmons.
Or if you know Bobby T's dad and just follow him around and take pictures.
Yeah, or if you know Ron Simmons and you're like, you see this dude Bobby T's dad? So that is at Bobby T63 is his Instagram name in case you want to just kind of screw with my father.
Oh, man.
Have you shown him the signed picture?
I did.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Damn!"
Did he say damn?
No, it's really funny actually. They my mother was like, "I'm so happy you got to meet him." My father said like, "Oh, you guys made it." I'm like, "Nah, man, I made $30."
Yeah,
and I paid him. Like all the other stuff we've done was like way more impressive than the Ron Simmons thing. I promise.
But yes.
So we will talk briefly about an upcoming thing that we are currently trying to schedule up, and that is a meeting with Vertebrae 33, maker of all kinds of brutal metal shirts, including this is my House of Hardcore shirt.
You're fat.
I was wearing it earlier.
He's just the fattest man alive.
I have some Vertebrae shirts.
You've lost some weight, so now he's fat.
I'm just taking it out. Exactly. So, but we're going to be doing some molding videos on how to make molds and do casting.
For
because
dildos.
He's starting to do that. And then he also...
I want to give my wife a gift.
And then we're also going to be doing...
Happy Halloween.
It'll be a keychain. You see what I did there? I made one of my own micro
A small micro looks like a button.
Can we make
it looks like this, basically.
Yeah, can we make a prolapsed anus mold?
Oh, yeah, just pull down those pants. So, but yeah, we're going to be doing that video with him. We're also going to be talking some heavy metal and WWE. So, it's going to be a good time.
I know we're going to talk about metal later, but I just want to foreshadow this metal. With the few metal bands that we've been listening to, to review and stuff like that, some of them fan submissions and stuff like that, I feel like I'm not metal enough. Like, I just...
Crza said to me, before we get into our next video, because this next video happens, Crza goes, "No, dude, I think the double kick cheater pedal, where the pedal goes really fast." He's like, "I don't think I can get sick of that." So I brought up the band that destroyed you in like 2 songs.
Rings of Saturn. I was like, no, it's too much, bro. It's too much. I was
he texted me, he's like, "Too much double kick pedal." Like, I knew I'd find your limit.
Yeah, it ruined the song. Like there was a guitar solo going on. I was like, you know what this needs? More.
You can't even go that fast.
You know what this needs? A spasm attack.
It was fucking ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It really was. So we're gonna do some more metal reviews.
We're doing videos.
Yeah.
We're doing tons of videos tonight. So remember, guys, you bought it because you love it, and that's all that matters. You little Wookiee vagina.
No one loves this. No one loves this.
But he bought it anyway.
He did buy it anyways.
I wonder if Roman Reigns